Hi, hello everyone. This is Ameer, your physics educator, and here we are in this beautiful afternoon with a super beautiful, amazing session, right? And let me tell you what we're going to do in today's session. Before that, this is Ameer, your physics educator at Unacademy, and those who love me more, they simply call me Ameer Bhaiya, isn't it? And in today's session, we all know the chapter of ray optics. We already have completed the revision of ray optics once, but as the chapter is super important, this is the part 2 revision series of the same chapter of ray optics, where we'll be doing tons and tons and tons of questions, so that no questions can surprise you in any of the competitive examinations. Okay, I hope you all are ready for that, because I'm totally ready for it. So before we start with the session, bacha log, tell me kaise hai sab, how are you all doing? In the chat box, everyone tell me how are you all doing? So Pardeep, good afternoon, good afternoon. Angel, good afternoon. Bhaiya ji, Arey, good afternoon. How's my day? Mere din, nothing much happened. It's only 2 o'clock, right? Just woke up. I went for my workout, came back, just made all the content for our classes, and here I am. Okay, good afternoon, Savan. Super duper good. Okay, awesome. Very good, very good. Good to know that. ठीक है. Now I am moving further. Now, if you want to know me a little bit more, a bit of introduction about myself is given here in front of your screen, as you can see it, isn't it? More about me. As I say in all my classes, you will come to know if you keep on coming to my classes. Okay. Yes. Moving on. If you want to get the updates of all the live classes that is happening in Unacademy YouTube channel, right? This is the best place where you all want to be, the Telegram channel. The link for joining is given here and also in the description box. Don't miss it. Okay. And what is Bugs Bounty, mere bachalo? It's an amazing program which can help you to grab lot much of prices. Okay, how can you do that? You just need to go to the description box. There you'll find a form. Fill the form if you're finding any inappropriate content in the videos uploaded by Unacademy. And if it is valid, okay, Unacademy will be sending you lot and lot many gifts to your houses. So don't miss your chances for that. Moving on. Now, if you still haven't been a part of Unacademy subscription platform, okay, let me tell you what all things you already are missing. Now, once you're a part of the Unacademy Plus subscription platform, all the live classes you can access and all the recorded versions you will be accessible to. Then weekly test will be conducted. On the basis of that, progress report will be made. Oh my God, right? You can make a huge progress once you are a part of the Unacademy Plus subscription. Now, if you go for Iconic, you will get all the features of Plus some extra features such as a personal mentor. Iconic. A person will be assigned to you. He'll be there for your academic activities 24/7. Let's say whatever academic planning you want to make, just like what you want to study, how much you want to study for this particular day, how much portion has to be completed for this particular week. You don't have to think about anything. This person will be there. Then special light out solving classes will be there. So everything is going to be super awesome. Now, if you want to go for the Plus subscription, I will suggest 12 months subscription is awesome. It should cost you 1,250 per month. Now, let me ask you, do you need to pay that much? Bilkul nahi. You just have to remember Hamara code, which is AMB10. Okay? Use this code and get not 10%. Now, if you make the subscription before Feb 16, which is today, right? Before today midnight, you will be given 20% of discount. So don't miss your chance, because exams are coming. I think this will be the best time for every one of you to make the subscription. देख ले, for Iconic, for 12 months it would cost you 2,333 per month. And as you all know, we can again use Amara code AMB10, get not just 10%, as I have already told you, 20% of discount is waiting for you. Today is the last day, मेरे बच्चे लोग, don't miss it. Exams are coming. This will be the best opportunity, and this is the best time for every one of you to make the subscription. क्यों? अरे क्योंकि because exams are coming and many revision plans are happening in the platform, so don't miss it. Okay. Now, extra offers are also happening. 12-month subscription if you make, or more than that, extra 2 months will be given. Okay, this is only available for the first 500 subscribers. So try to be one among those first 500 subscribers. If you have any doubts, you can get in touch with the counselor. The number is given here. Okay, fine. Open house announcement. As you all know, open houses are being conducted by all the teachers. You can also be a part of it. Start talking to them and listen to all the stories and whatever you want to for improving your life. Okay? Moving on. Now, here we are with the very first question. And I just want to ask you, are you guys ready? Preeti, Deepu, hi, Deepu Kumar. Hi, Zoya. Stylish Rajput, wow. So we have so many stylish, awesome people here in this class. Hello. कल एग्जाम से लेकिन फिजिकल एजुकेशन आई होप फिजिकल एजुकेशन इज simple compared to other subjects I suppose है ना. Don't worry Preeti, you're gonna rock it because you prepared yourself in the best way possible for all the examinations, so nothing can break you. You're gonna crack all the examinations, right? Okay, Bhaiya, you're too handsome. Arey, thank you so much, you made my day. Okay, so shall we get started? I think we can get started with our questions here, right? So everyone start reading the very first question and start solving it. Okay. You all have 30 to 40 seconds of time. I'll be waiting till then. Okay. This is not a class where I'll be giving you question and I'll be continuously solving it. That's not the case here. I'll be giving you the question. I'll give you some time for every one of you to solve it. Then I'll be looking into the options from every one of you. Then I'll explain. Okay, so once you come here, your practice of doing the questions will also be done and I will also be giving you extra information related to the question. Everything will be done. Good afternoon Shreya. Okay, jaldi se. Anyone? So here we have a 7. ठीक है Preeti, I'll look into it. Okay, let me see. So 7 says it's option A. Is it so, 7? Anyone else? Okay, so I got the answer from one person. That's not the correct one. The correct answer is violet. Shall we see? Okay, देखिए. The critical angle of light passing from glass to air. Okay, so here we have 4 different colors passing from water, from glass, not from water, from glass to air. So for which color is supposed to be having the minimum value of critical angle? Okay, now if you draw the figure, it will be like this. Okay, this is the line of separation. Here we have glass and here we have air. Okay, and what is happening? So the light is passing from where to where? The light is passing from glass towards what? Towards the air. Question is, which among the 4 different colors has the minimum value of critical angle? We all know that when the light is incident at critical angle, it will be undergoing refraction and light will be passing along the line of separation. Okay, so how can we calculate that color which has the minimum value of critical angle? Write down the formula for that. Sine of critical angle, sine of IC is given by the formula of 1 divided by refractive index of the denser medium, which is glass here. Okay, this is not considered because the refractive index of air is actually 1 here. Okay, fine. Now, so question is the one which has less value of critical angle, IC with less. When IC is less, sine of IC should also be lesser value. Now, for sine of IC value to be lesser, what should be the value of refractive index? The refractive index should be higher. So that color which has a larger value of refractive index will be having a minimum value of critical angle. So among the 4, tell me which one has the minimum value, the maximum value of refractive index. It goes in the order, right? Starting from violet. Violet is having the maximum value of refractive index. Violet, then comes indigo. Okay, and that order is being followed till it reaches red. Red will be having the least value of refractive index and violet will be having the maximum value. So because of its large value of refractive index, 1 by n value will be chotu. When 1 by n value is chotu, it will be having minimum value of critical angle. And hence, our correct option is D, and I hope you all got it. Isn't it? आ गया समझ? Good afternoon, Sena. Good afternoon. Clear, Anna Savan? Very good. I hope you understood your mistake also. Anyway, it was very good to get the answer from you, right? The life is all about, like I tell you, all the time to keep on pushing yourself, okay, working hard and correcting your mistakes. Okay. Hi Jia, मेरा दिन तो बहुत बढ़िया था. The only problem is the current is not here. Okay, so everything is working on inverter except my fan. So थोड़ा गर्मी लग रहा है मुझे. Anyway, it's fine. I hope things are going to be coming back soon. Okay, electricity is going to be coming back soon for me, let's suppose. जल्दी अगला उत्तर दे दे. Everyone, you can read the question and start giving me the answer. Question I say, the power in diopter, okay, of an EQ convex lens with radius of curvature of 10 centimeters and refractive index of 1.6 is. We are asked to find out not focal length, the power. Okay. Everyone, let me see who's the first person to give me the answer for this. And as you all know, this chapter is super important, which is ray optics. So all the 12th standard students take it very seriously. What is happening here? Hi bye chal raha hai na? Okay, so the first person went for the option A here, which is Sana. Anyone else? Anyone else want to give me the answer? Anyone? ठीक है, Savan, very good, Savan, very good. This time it's correct answer. So 2 people with the correct answer. Option A plus 12 is the correct answer, which is par. Okay, ठीक है. देख ले, let's draw the diagram and understand this. Here we have an EQ convex lens. EQ convex lens matlab both the curvature as having the same radius of curvature. Matlab the first surface will be having a radius of curvature of how much? Given plus 10 centimeters, and the second surface will be having its radius which is measured towards left. So R2 is also 10 but with a negative sign. I hope you understood why it is negative, because the second surface, the radius is measured towards the left direction. So radius to negative here. Okay, fine. Now what else is given? Refractive index N2 value is given. Obviously it is kept in air. The refractive index is considered as 1 there. Question is to find power. We can easily find out a focal length, then we can find out power, because power is equal to 1 by focal length. We all know that. ठीक है, कर ले. 1 by focal length formula is equal to N2 by N1 minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. बहुत सही है. Okay, N2 क्या है? 1.6. N1 क्या है? 1. So 1.6 by 1 is 1.6 minus 1 is 0.6. I am writing it as such. 1 by R1 is 1 by 10 minus 1 by R2 is minus 10. Minus of minus will become plus. ठीक है, ऐसे. So 1 by F is equal to this much. So this will be 0.6 into 1 plus 1 is 2 divided by 10. ठीक है. So F will be equal to कितना है? Okay, this is in centimeters, or let's not. Okay, this is in centimeter inverse, or let's continue it as such so that I don't want you to give confusion. So focal length taken inverse, that will be equal to 10 divided by 2 into 0.6. So 10 by 2 is 5. Okay, so 5 divided by 0.6 or 50 divided by 6. F ka value 50 by 6 centimeters. I didn't do directly power is equal to 1 by F because I don't want you to get confused there. है ना? क्योंकि while we use power equal to 1 by F formula, for calculating power, focal length has to be in meters. Okay, that's the reason here we are calculating in terms of centimeters. So let's not have a confusion. Let's go step by step. Okay, 1 divided by focal length कितना है? That is 50 by 6. 50 by 6. So वो 6 ऊपर हो जाएगा. Centimeter है, we have to convert it into meters by multiplying it with 10 power minus 2. 10 power minus 2 goes up, so that is 100 by 50. That's 2 into 6. This is equal to 12 with the unit of. Okay, बढ़िया, मिल गया हमको सही उत्तर, which is option A. है या नहीं? है या नहीं? Isn't it? Yes. Shreya Kumari, yes. Yay. Any doubts? If anyone is having, you can ask me. Who are very comfortable with power equal to 1 by f and making the direct conversion, you can get the answer from here itself. You don't need to go for this step. Okay. ठीक है ना? Okay, so we are just moving forward to the next one. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है, अगला. White light is incident from underwater on to the water-air interface. मतलब the white light is moving from the water towards the air. So obviously refraction happens. है ना? If the angle of incidence is slowly increased from 0 value, the emergent become coming out into the air will turn into. So the emergent light ray that is coming out from the water surface towards the air, okay, will become what? When you keep on increasing the angle of incidence. From small angle of incidence, you keep on increasing. Okay, so if you keep on increasing, after some time, what will you observe with the refracted ray? And actually it's very simple. सबको पता है. Everyone can easily tell that. है ना? Let me see the very first person to tell this. B. सोच कर बता. Think once again. Anyone? Who wants to tell? Who wants to tell? Okay, everyone is going for the option A. ठीक है, देख ले. Everybody देख ले. So here we have water. Okay, water itself, right? Here we have air. ठीक है. Let's say this is the normal. Oh, now let's say we are having a light ray which is a white light, and moving from water to air. What will happen? The light ray will be bending away from the normal, isn't it? Because the light ray is moving from a denser medium to rarer medium, so it will be bending away from the normal. Not a big deal. As we keep on increasing the angle of incidence, what will happen? The angle of refraction also keeps on increasing. Okay? And if you keep on increasing again, or if you keep on increasing the angle of incidence greater than the critical angle, what will happen? If the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, I say, for this angle I, which is greater than critical angle, what will happen? Yes, the light wave will be reflected back into the same medium. Matlab, the entire white light, which includes the 7 different colors, will be reflected back into the same medium. Matlab ye ki no light will be coming into the air medium. If nothing is coming, what will we say? If no light is coming, which color is what we get? Black color, isn't it? The absence of any light is what we call as black. है ना? So here, as the entire white light get reflected back into the same medium, कुछ भी नहीं आ जाएगा, nothing will be coming. So it seems that it is the black light which is coming. Okay? Clear? आ गया समझ? aa gaya samajh? I know that you are giving the option A and B on the basis that this will be converted into 7 different colors, and after some time one color will be going inside and the other color will be remaining back. But let me remind you, mera bachcha log, white does not only contain the violet and red, it has colors in between also. So if you think in that perspective, right, if only some colors reflects back into the same medium, other colors will be remaining. Yes, I do agree with that. But others colors ka matlab ye nahi hai ki it is only violet and red. Other colors will also be there. So this is not the answer. The answer is like if you keep on increasing until all the light rays are reflected back into the same medium, what will be the answer? समझ में आ गया? Understood your mistake? Okay, why the answer is not option A and B? पता है? Is it clear? Huh? I hope it's clear to you. Any doubts if anyone is having, let me know. In the chat box? Nothing. Fine. So we can proceed for the next question, I suppose. Okay, all good, all fine. Okay, the next question is right here. Nahi, nahi matlab nahi sir. Good afternoon, Anera. What is the question? When light enters from air, to water, okay, what will happen to the frequency and what will happen to the speed and what will happen to the wavelength? ये पूछ रहा है. Anyone? Let me see that brilliant minds here in this classroom, and who's gonna give me the right answer for this? कौन दे रहा है बच्चा लोग? The correct answer. कौन दे रहा है बच्चा लोग? Correct answer. And one person I got the answer, which is B. And we have a self-proclaimed brilliant student here in this classroom, which is Sana. ठीक है? So always, that's not a big deal because he always act like that, है ना? Anyway, we have to say that she's a brilliant person because she's the only person I got the correct answer as fast as possible here in this chat box, right? Very good, Sana. Keep it up. Do I make fun of you? Okay. So what will happen? देख ले, ये line of separation है. On one side we have air and on the other side we have water. Okay, हो क्या हो रहा है? Now light is moving from air into water. What will happen? Refraction happens, which means the light is moving from one medium to another medium. We know that energy will be conserved, right? Will there be any energy loss in the ideal situation? No, energy will be conserved. इसका मतलब ये कि frequency will be conserved or frequency will be same because the energy of the light is directly proportional to the frequency. So if light moves from air to water and if no energy is being lost, frequency will be remaining the same. Okay, fine. Now let us look into what happens to speed and wavelength. Obviously, when light moves from a rarer medium of air into a denser medium of water, obviously what will happen? Speed to decrease ho jayega. Speed will be decreasing. That's obvious. Now, if speed decreases, what will happen to wavelength? For that, we just need to pull that formula. Frequency F is equal to velocity divided by wavelength, or wavelength is equal to C divided by frequency. Frequency to same hai, so lambda proportional to C, which is velocity of light. So here velocity or speed is decreasing, so wavelength lambda will also be decreasing. So which option? We can go with the option B. देख ले, frequency is same but the wavelength is smaller in water because the wavelength is decreasing. Not a big deal, anybody can get it, है ना? Anybody can get it, and it's option B, the correct answer. Anyone with the correct answers? B is right. Yes, Anaira. It's good, correct. Anyone? Any doubts? If you have, you can ask me. Get it corrected now. I just have moved from the screen so that you all can see the options. ठीक है. So कुछ भी नहीं है. We can move to the next one. ठीक है. अगला क्वेश्चन आ गया. Easy peasy, है ना? ये तो उतना तो easy नहीं है. Question तो easy है. But if you want to think in that way, I don't know. Those who think it's awesome. No worries, Amin. Just be here, try to learn everything, and once you are able to give the answers, once you are having a study internet, okay, give me the answers. I'll be super happy for that. Read the question. Once it is done, bol de. Sir, I got the answer. Rahul says it's option A. Anyone else? Anyone else? Sana is asking, is it B or no? Learning is fun says it's option B. Now, Savan, very good. Yes, the correct option is B only. Correct option is B. Let's see how. Okay. Prism of apex angle A is 60 degree, has a refractive index of √2. The angle of incidence for minimum deviation. Now, when a light ray passes through a prism and when it has the minimum deviation, what is the value of A and angle of refraction? A equal to 2R. I hope you all have learned this. Okay. So R ka value will be equal to A by 2, or A value will be equal to 60 by 2, that is 30 degrees. Which means angle of refraction, we got it as 30. Refractive index is also √2. Now finding out angle of incidence is not a big deal. है ना? कैसे? Snell's law. Sin I divided by sin R is equal to N2 divided by N1. Sin I, which we don't know, is equal to sin R goes to the denominator on the right hand side where R ka value 30. I'm substituting it directly. Sin R will be 30, that is 1 by 2 into N2 ka value kitna? Refractive index of glass prism is √2 and it is kept in air. So N1 ka value 1 hota hai. So √2 by 2 is 1 by √2. So sin I, if it is equal to 1 by √2, I का value कितना होना चाहिए? 45 degrees. Because sin 45 है 1 by √2 और क्या? कितना सिंपल है और कितना आसान है. मिल गया तो मिल गया, आंसर भी मिल गया, मजा भी आ गया. Show me that smile. मजा आ गया तो show me that smile. Show me that smile. Anyone? वाह नैरा वाह. But give importance to mock test also. ठीक है? Class will be there. Okay, the recorded version will be there. But give enough time for all your mock tests. Then come back to the class. Fine. Bhaiya, my name is Rimchim. Okay, then keep the name as Rimchim Savan. It will be so much difficult hota hai na. I'll be always confused. Yeah. I think you all got it. Copy भी किया है. अगला question पे जा सकते हैं हमको, है ना? देख ले. Next question is right in front of us, so अच्छे से कर ले. What do we have? Two convex lenses of focal length 10 and 20 are respectively placed coaxially and are separated by some distance, some random distance d. Okay. The whole system behaves like a concave lens. One of the possible value of d is. Now, if you are keeping two convex lenses with some distance d, for a particular value of d, or for some values of D, we will be getting the net system acting like a concave lens. So if the net system want to act like a concave lens, what should be the value of D? वही पूछ रहा है, तो कर ले एंड जल्दी से बता दे उत्तर क्या होता है. उत्तर तो होना क्या है? उत्तर उत्तर उत्तर. ये तो नन्नू मुन्नू क्वेश्चन. नन्नू मुन्नू क्वेश्चन का नन्नू मुन्नू आंसर कहाँ है? एंड हु इज गोना गिव मी द आंसर फर्स्ट? एक मिनट, जरूरत भी नहीं है इसको. Anera says it's option B, 20 centimeters. Then Sana is going for 15 centimeters. Or Savan is going for option A, which is 15 centimeters. Shall I explain this? Now, if you are keeping two convex lens and if the combination wants to act like a concave lens, tell me what should be the sign of focal length should be. If it wants to act like a concave lens, the focal length should be negative, because we know that a concave lens has a focal length of negative. Now, we should be looking at that condition for focal length to be negative, and we should be choosing that values of D which gives negative value of net focal length. Fine? Okay. Now, how can we find the answer for this? Very simple. The net focal length f will be equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 minus d divided by f1. Matlab, if two lenses of focal length f1 and f2 kept at a distance d between them, the net focal length is calculated by this formula. I hope you all know that. ठीक है, देख ले, cross multiply. So if you cross multiply the first two, it will be f1 plus f2 divided by f1 f2 minus d divided by f1 f2. Denominator तो common है. f1 plus f2 minus d divided by f1 f2 is 1 by focal. Now, if the net system wants to behave like a concave lens, what should be the sign of f? F का sign क्या होना चाहिए? F should be negative. Now, for f to be negative, look into this right hand side of the equation and tell me what condition should be satisfied. Very simple. The value of D should be greater than f1 plus f2. Isn't it? Let's say f1 plus f2 is 10 and D का value is 20. So 10 minus 20 minus. ठीक है, देख ले, D का value, it should be greater than f1 plus f2, so that we can get the sign as negative here, so that the net combination can act as what? And can act as a concave lens. ठीक है, so D should be greater than f1 plus f2. f1 क्या है? 10. f2 क्या है? 20. So D should be greater than 30 centimeters. So if you take any value of D which is greater than 30 centimeter, the system will be behaving like a concave lens. And which option? Which option is there with a value greater than 30? Option D, which is 40 centimeters. ठीक है, समझ में आ गया? बोल दो, आ गया तो आ गया सर, सच्ची से अच्छे से आ गया. Yes, yes, just Jia, Rahul, Anera, Arnuda sir. Now I hope you got it right, है ना? ठीक है. Thank God, electricity is back. I was actually cooked from here. Yay. Calicut, yeah, it's not so hot, but it's hot. Without fan, you can't survive. Let me tell you, honestly. ठीक है, अगला क्वेश्चन पे जाएगा. ओके, आ गया अगला क्वेश्चन एंड डू इट. इट्स अ गुड क्वेश्चन. अच्छा नन्नू मुन्नू क्वेश्चन है, सो ट्राई नॉट टू. हाफ बॉइल्ड या फुल बॉइल्ड या क्वार्टर बॉइल्ड वो तो मुझे पता नहीं. ओके, इट वाज हॉट हियर. एनीवे, जल्दी जल्दी कर ले बच्चा लोग, कर ले. क्वेश्चन करके बता दे आंसर. एनीवन? Angle of minimum deviation, D का value is being asked here. It's very simple actually. Okay, everyone is like, sir, it's gonna take a bit of time. So, what you can do is, you can keep on posting the answers. Okay? In the meanwhile, I'll also do the answer and tell you the answer here. And just after I complete the explanation, let me see who all have given the answers already. Okay, देख ले. The refracting angle of a prism is A. Angle of the prism is A. Okay? And the refractive index of the material is cot A by 2. N का value is given as cot A by 2. ठीक है? Angle of minimum deviation D is asked. Tell me what is the formula to find out refractive index during the time of deviation through a prism. N equal to sine of A plus D by 2 the whole divided by sine A by 2. है ना? ठीक है. Now, either it is given that N का value is cot A by 2. Okay, cot A by 2. What is the expansion of cot A by 2 मेरा बच्चा लोग? Cot A by 2 is equal to cos A by 2 the whole divided by sin A by 2. ठीक है? 2-3 steps I have combined, made it chotu, and I have written as one single step. ठीक है? Sin A by 2, sin A by 2, धूम cancel हो गया. Remaining cos A by 2. Cos A by 2 is equal to sine of A plus D. Now, in order to make the comparison, I'm going to make the function the same. Cos A by 2, I'm going to write it as sine 90 minus A by 2 is equal to sine A plus D by 2. I hope you understood, no confusions, right? Cos A by 2 can be written as sine of 90 minus A by 2. I hope you know now. Function तो same है, ठीक है? Sine, sine. So if these two has to be equal, obviously the angle inside the sine function has to be the same. मतलब 90 minus A by 2 should be equal to A plus D the whole divided by 2. Okay. So multiply 2 throughout. So this becomes 180. ठीक है? 180 हो जाएगा. Minus A is equal to A plus D and D is equal to 180 minus A. This A will also come to the left. So it becomes minus 2A. So हमको उत्तर मिल गया 180 minus 2A as our correct answer. है ना? Not a big deal. नन्नू मुन्नू क्वेश्चन है, अच्छा क्वेश्चन है, हैप्पी वाला क्वेश्चन है. Because if you try, you can easily get the answer and have a look at the options once again. Okay, who all went for the option D here? D, है ना? Yes, I'll say Shreya, Sana, Savan, Anaira, and yes, learning is fun. Very good. Cool. Okay. So I can make this particular thing as a practice, Anna. I'll be doing from here. Okay, you can also do from there. Okay. ठीक है. Sir, इतनी हिंदी. मतलब you want me to speak in Hindi? क्या बोलूंगा मैं, उतना तो पता भी नहीं है मुझे. Anyway, we'll proceed further. ठीक है, अगला क्वेश्चन तो आ रहा है. Some questions are really a bit difficult. Anyway, I know that you all can do that because you guys are super brilliant, है ना? So next is here. Let me tell you, it's a very good question. So try not to miss it. Everyone try and keep on trying and get the correct answers. You will get it, obviously, for of course. 10 more seconds. Shall I start doing? You can keep on giving the answers in the meanwhile. Okay, someone has given option C. I'm not confirming anything. ठीक है, I'll also be doing from here. आप भी कर ले. Let's see who's going to be completing first. ठीक है, and let me see who all are gonna give me the correct answers. Here it goes. The focal length of a combination of two lenses, okay, is doubled if the separation between them is doubled. First we will write. Tell me, if we have two lenses, some random lenses, I'm just drawing convex lens, it doesn't has to be convex itself, just I have drawn some lens f1 f2 and the distance between their optical center is d. Tell me, how can we calculate the net focal length? 1 by f is equal to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2 minus d divided by f1 plus f2. ठीक है, we can actually cross multiply this like we have done in the previous. देख ले, f1 plus f2 by f1 f2 minus d divided by f1 into f2. It is not f1 plus f2, f1 f2 है, d by f1 f2. ठीक है, so कितना हो जाएगा, f1 plus f2 minus d divided by f1 f2 will be equal to 1 by f, and the value of focal length f will be equal to f1 f2 divided by f1 plus f2 minus d. First equation, okay, the equation for focal length is equal to f1 f2 divided by f1 plus f2 minus d. ठीक है, let's see what is said in the first part of the equation. Question पे देख ले, first part of the question says, right, if the separation between them is doubled, focal length is getting doubled. मतलब this f becomes 2f if this d is made 2d. Let's write it as such. F will become 2f, that will be equal to f1 f2, no changes in either of those, f1 plus f2. ठीक है, d will become कितना, 2d हो जाएगा, minus 2. It says when distance is doubled, focal length will get doubled. Now cross multiply this. If we do the cross multiplication, okay, or we can keep it as such. Let's see if you want to keep it as such or not. Okay, so what we can do here, ठीक है, देख ले, 2f is equal to f1 f2 divided by f1 plus f2 minus 2d. Now we already know the formula for f, है क्या? Don't we know the formula for f? देख ले, f का value क्या था, f1 plus f2 divided by f1 plus f2 minus d. That is what we are going to substitute in the next page. For f we are going to substitute it as f1 f2 divided by f1 plus f2 minus d. ठीक है, next page पे I'll write the same formula once again here. 2f is equal to f1 f2 divided by f1 plus f2 minus d. ठीक है, 2 times f का फॉर्मूला क्या था, f1 f2 divided by f1 plus f2 minus d, ये तो 2d था, is equal to f1 f2 divided by f1 plus f2 minus 2d. Any doubt? I just have substituted for this f whatever we got in the previous page. देख ले, for f I have substituted f1 f2 by f1 plus f2 minus d here is equivalent to f1 f2 by f1 plus f2 minus 2d. ठीक है ना? Now whatever is has to be cancelled, cancel कर ले f1, f2 cancel हो गया on the numerator. Multiplying this 2 times f1 plus f2, ये 2 into 2 is minus 4d is equal to f1 plus f2 minus d. 2 f1 f2, this f1 f2, when this f1 f2 come to the left, it will come as a minus, so remaining will be f1 plus f2. ठीक है, minus 4d when it goes to the right hand side of the equation, that is plus 4d, minus d हो जाएगा 3d. Okay, so f1 plus f2 we got it as 3d. Now this is not our question. Okay, I know that, I don't know how many of you have gave enough importance to the question. Question was like, if the separation, if d is made 4 times d, if it becomes 4 times magnitude of focal length, in that case what will be happening to the focal length? Okay, right, let's do that. So we'll write the formula here. The net focal length f dash is equal to, formula क्या था, f1 f2 divided by f1 plus f2 minus the distance between them. Here the distance is how much, 4d, and we are asked to find out if the distance is 4d, if the distance is 4d, focal length क्या है. ठीक है, start substituting. This f1 plus f2 I'm going to substitute it as 3d minus 4d. ठीक है, and for this f1 f2, can you see, for that f1 f2 हम substitute कर रहे हैं this f1 f2 is equal to what we can write, f into f1 plus f2 minus t. Can you see that from the previous, f1 f2 equal to f into f1 plus f2 minus t. That is I'm going to substitute in our next page. So f1 f2 is equal to f into f1 plus f2 minus t. ठीक है, f into 3d minus 4d is minus d. Here this f1 plus f2 का value क्या है, 3d. So this is 3d minus d, that is equal to 2d. dt cancel हो जाएगा, minus 2f. So f dash is equal to minus 2f, मतलब the focal length became doubled here. कितना है, आंसर ए भी सही है. Okay, fine, all good. Okay, I hope you all got it. सबको समझ में आ गया? It has to be doubled by magnitude with a negative sign. Got it? Sana, very good. High SK learning. Yes, yes. Okay, okay. Good, good. It's a little bit complex. Yes, it's a little bit complex because whenever you come to my class, I want you to be super strong and nothing should be able to break you. Any kind of questions. So we'll always practice with those kind of questions which can make you super strong. Got it? है ना चेतन? अरे वाह, अरे वाह. ठीक है, तो अगला क्वेश्चन पे हमको जा सकता है. ठीक है, अगला क्वेश्चन. This is not a tough question, let's say, right? This is a question where you have to do the numericals per se a bit. That's all. So करके दिखा. So please use हिंदी also. अरे मुझे तो पता नहीं हिंदी, तो कैसे करेगा मैं हिंदी में बातें करो, हिंदी में बातें करो. Anyone? Okay, ठीक है. हम तो क्या कर रहे हैं? What are we gonna do? I'll be solving it. You can also solve it, and those who complete solving can give me the answer in the chat box. I'll also be doing it. Okay. In the figure shown, the angle made by the light ray with the normal in the medium of refractive index √2. Okay, light ray is coming like this. So what will happen? It will be undergoing a deviation essay. We'll choose a different color. देख ले, it will be making a deviation like this. Let's say this is R1. Obviously, if this is R1, ये भी R1 हो जाएगा because alternate angles. Now, this light ray, when it moves from root 3 to root 2, it will be undergoing the refraction. Let's say it makes some value of R2 after refraction to the medium with a refractive index of root 2. Question is to find out this value of R2. ठीक है, समझ में आ गया? ठीक है, we'll start from the first position using Snell's law at the first point, इसी point पे. Okay, what is it? Sin I divided by sin R1 is equal to refractive index of second medium, that is root 3, divided by refractive index of first medium, that is 1. Okay, sin I is kitna? 45. Sin 45 is 1 by root 2. Okay, this root 3 I am going to take it to the bottom, will be equal to sin of R1. So sin R1 is equal to 1 by root 2 into 1 by root 3. Okay, fine. ये R1 है तो ये भी R1 है. This is R2. So applying the Snell's law at the second point, if you can see, and if you can't see, I'll draw the figure. देख ली. Second position, applying the Snell's law when it moves from the second medium to the third medium. कैसे हो जाएगा? Same, sin I. What is the angle of incidence at the second line of separation? It's R1. ठीक है? So for I am going to replace it as R1 divided by sine of R. Here, what is the angle of refraction? R2. Sine of R2 is equal to refractive index of second medium, that is root 2, by refractive index of the first medium from which it is coming is root 3. Okay. So sine R1 we can substitute it as 1 by root 2 into root 3. ठीक है? This root 3 goes up. This root 2 will be staying here. R2 will be going there. Sine R2. Okay. एक मिनट मेरे बच्चा लोग, ये root 2 है ना, this is coming down. ठीक है? It is not going up. So root 2 इधर आ जाएगा. ठीक है? Root 3 cancel. 1 by root 2 into root 2 is 1 by 2. So we will get sine of R2 is equal to 1 by 2. So if sine of something is equal to 1 by 2, angle कितना होना चाहिए? 30 degree, and that will be a correct answer. मिल गया तो मिल गया, आंसर मिल गया, मजा भी आ गया, खुशी भी आ गया, तो बता. हाँ हाँ सर, हाँ बिल्कुल. Got it? Is the concept clear to everyone? If the concept is clear, let me know. बोल दो हाँ सर. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल आ गया सर, आ गया. Hi Charisma. बोल दे, आ गया. And if you have any doubts, let me know here in this. And if you don't have any, we can proceed further. Anyone give me the answer for this question or what? Okay, Anaira, I got. I think you gave me the option A. Very good. And one more person, I think Chetan. Sana also, I think. Isn't it? Right? Awesome. और कोई doubts? Anyone? Anything? कोई भी doubt है तो बता. Right this time? Always. Very good. Nasu Afshan. Afshan, right? Hi. You are in class 10, wow, and still learning the 12th standard topics. And I think you already have a chapter light in 10th standard, if I'm not wrong. Isn't it? When I was teaching foundation classes, I think I do remember. Was it in 10th standard? Yeah, 9th standard. I know that there is some topic of light there. Next one. अरे ये थोड़ा किलर क्वेश्चन है. ओके, थोड़ा किलर वाला क्वेश्चन है. So Karishma, you are in 9th standard. Okay. Got it. Okay. So, Bachalo, you all know what you all have to do. I'll be reading the question. I'll be trying to solve it. In the meanwhile, you guys are super fast, right? So, jaldi se mujhe uttar karke dikha. Okay, fine. I'll read the question for you. Aise. A point object is placed at a distance of 12 centimeter from a convex lens. Okay, of focal length 10 centimeters. Fine. On the other side of the lens, a convex mirror is placed at a distance of 10 centimeters from the lens such that the image formed by the combination coincides with the object itself. The focal length of the convex mirror is. Okay? We have so many combinations of lenses and mirrors here. We have a convex mirror here and a convex lens here. Object is placed at 12 centimeters and focal length is 10 centimeters. We will draw the figure. Everybody listen. Okay. अच्छे से सुन ले everyone. I'm going to draw the figure. Okay. Everybody listen. What do we have? We have a convex lens, I say. From the convex lens, at a distance of 20 centimeters, if I'm not wrong, distance of 12 centimeters, not 20 centimeters, मेरा बच्चा लोग, ठीक है? हमारा इरेजर क्या है? एक मिनट, इरेजर तो इधर है. Okay, so this is equal to minus 12 centimeters. An object is being kept. Now, this itself is having a focal length of 10 centimeters. Now, you are keeping a convex lens at a distance of kitna? How much is the distance of a convex lens? That is 10 centimeters. Ye distance be 10 centimeters. Okay. Now, in the question it says, wherever we are having the object, either, can you see? Wherever you have the object here, right? The image will be formed there. If the image wants to be formed here, right? What should be the focal length of this particular mirror? Focal length of the mirror is question mark. Okay. Now I'll explain you the concept. अच्छे से सुन ले. Okay. It's very important. What will happen? From the object, light rays तो आ जाएगा. है ना? है या नहीं? हाँ सर बिल्कुल. Light rays तो आ जाएगा. देख ले, light rays आ रहा है. And the light ray, when it passes through the lens, it will be undergoing refraction. It will undergo refraction and it will be reaching the mirror like this. Now, if the final image has to be formed at the position of the object itself, tell me what should happen or what should be happening to this particular light ray coming to the mirror. What should happen? Yes, this light ray should be reflected back in the same direction as it, so that the reflected light ray will be retracing the path and will be forming the final image here itself. Okay, so for having the final image at the same position, the simple condition is that the light should be reflected or retracing the same path. Tell me, if the light has to be reflected back along the same path, right? What condition should this light ray be following? Very simple. This light ray should be normal to the mirror, because if light ray is coming normal to the mirror, it will be reflected back along the same path. We already have learned. Okay. Now, how can this light ray be normal? If it is along the radius, because a radius will always be perpendicular to the curved surface or to the circular portion or to the spherical portion, isn't it? So it should be along the radius. इसका मतलब ये है कि the light ray after refraction from the lens should be converged where? Should be converging at the radius of this particular mirror. That's the thing. मतलब the image, the first image that has been formed after the refraction from the convex lens should be here. That is what it says. समझ में आ गया? ठीक है. Now it's very simple. If the concept is understood, doing this problem is a simple thing of using what? The lens formula. What was the lens formula? 1 by v minus 1 by u equal to 1 by f. ठीक है, 1 by v हमको पता नहीं, minus 1 by u कितना, minus 12 is equal to what is focal length of the lens, 1 by 10. Minus minus become plus, so 1 by v equal to 1 by 10 minus 1 by 12. So this is 2, 12 into 10, so v is equal to 60 centimeters. मतलब this image distance from the lens का value है 60 centimeters. ओके, ये समझ में आ गया. इधर तक 10 centimeters है, so total is 60, इधर तक 10 है, so how much will be this distance? This will be equal to 50. Okay, and that 50 distance is corresponding to what? अरे ये 50 centimeters corresponding to what? इधर क्या है? From one of the edges, it is a perpendicular distance to the center, which we call it as radius. So radius का value हमको मिल गया 50 centimeters. सही है. What is the relationship between focal length and radius of a spherical mirror? Simple. F R by 2. F equal to R by 2. R is 50 by 2. कितना? 25. मिल गया तो मिल गया, आंसर भी मिल गया, मजा भी आ गया. मजा आ गया तो बता. And let me see, is anyone? अरे no one gave me the answer. ऐसे कैसे? अरे कितना लेजी है मेरा बच्चा लोग. बच्चा लोग क्यों किया है ऐसे? Why no one? No, किसी को नहीं मिला आंसर. Nobody got the answer or what? Got it? Dhruv, best teacher. Thank you so much. Sir, answer is 25. This question is halwa sir. थोड़ा hard question था. अरे चेतन, अरे 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 अरे, ये तो हलवा क्वेश्चन नहीं है. I won't agree with you. Sharad Soni, your channel is was ठीक है Sharad. No one has come to your house, okay, and no one has pushed you. अरे इसी channel देख ले, इसी channel देख ले, किसी ने किया क्या? ठीक है, if you feel like channel worst है तो मत देख ले यार. Nobody has pushed you to come here and watch it. ठीक है. Okay, so I think we can go for the next one. अरे वाह मनीष, इससे ज्यादा खुशी मुझे क्या क्या दे सकता है? कुछ भी नहीं. अरे वाह, कीप इट गोइंग मनीष. ठीक है, कीप इट गोइंग. इट वाज ऑसम. Okay, good to hear that particular news at this 3 o'clock time. Fine. Okay, so moving on. Sir, joking, you are good. ऐसा कौन बोलता है जोक? एनीवे, ठीक है, आजकल जोक का भी मीनिंग तो बदल गया. ठीक है, हम तो हंसेगा हंसेगा, कोई बात नहीं. आई कैन कीप ऑन लाफिंग व्हाटएवर हैपेंस. Okay, sir, are you Telugu? No, no, no. I watch Allu Arjun movies, so I like him. So in that way, I know I have some connection with Telugu. I hope it's Telugu only, right? Allu Arjun movies, yes. Yes or no? Yes or no? ठीक है. So we can move to the next one if you have no doubts and if this concept is clear. It's very important. It's super important, मेरा बच्चा लोग. Okay, so don't forget it. So moving on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, I have said uh-oh because this is also an important question. ठीक है, ये भी very important question है. Not just important question, let me quote it. It's a very good question, let's say. अच्छा question है ये. So go for it. जल्दी 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 जल्दी. अरे इधर क्या हो रहा है भैया बच्चा लोग? अरे जल्दी आ जा, उत्तर कर ले, उत्तर दे दे मुझे। अल्लू अर्जुन मूवी सा तेलुगु राइट? हाँ मैं बोल दिया तो मुझे पता है, आई नो तेलुगु इन दैट वे। आई डोंट नो द लैंग्वेज तेलुगु बट आई नो पीपल है ना, आई डू वॉच इट। The first movie I watched Allu Arjun ka is Happy Be Happy, if you know. I don't know whether you have watched it or not. I think you guys will be very small. I was also small at that point of time. I was in 7th standard or something. Okay. Okay, anyone want to give me the answer? Okay, Sana is asking, sir, is it in Malayalam dub movie? It is not pure Telugu. Obviously, I watch Telugu only, but with the English subtitle. Because any movie, if you watch, na, I like to watch it with the original audio, whatever that actor is in. So we can listen to his original voice and everything. So, yes. So, yes, let's get started and here we go. देख ले. Two parallel light rays pass through an isosceles prism of refractive index of root of 3 by 2 as shown in the figure. As you can see, the angle between the two emergent light rays. देख ले, two light rays are coming parallel ऐसे. Okay, it will be going through this particular prism and it will be making some deviation. After deviation, what will be the angle between these two parallel light rays? Question तो simple है, कर ले. Now, it's very simple to know that. देख ले, these light rays are coming perpendicular. Okay, these two light rays are perpendicular to this surface, so no refraction happens because light ray is along the norm. So no refraction happens, हमको पता है. So it will be going straight like this. ऐसे. Now, obviously, after reaching here, it will be undergoing the refraction, and let's see by what angle it will be refracted. देख ले, ये तो 45 है, ये 90 है, so obviously this angle will be 45. This is 90 degree normal है, ये 45 है तो ये भी 45 है. इसका मतलब angle of incidence I is equal to कितना? 45 degree. So can we calculate R? Yes, we can and we should be. Formula क्या है? Formula क्या है? Formula is sin I divided by sin R is equal to sin I divided by sin R is equal to refractive index of second medium, which is air here because it is moving from the glass to air. ठीक है? So air is a second medium, that is 1 divided by N2 by N1. Refractive index of the prism given as root 3 by root 2. I am writing 2 upwards. Clear है ना इधर तक? ठीक है? I का value how much? I का value is 45. So sin 45 is 1 by root 2 is equal to sin R, तो ऊपर हो जाएगा sin R, ये root 3 ऊपर आ जाएगा and ये root 2 नीचे आ जाएगा. Tell me, sin R कितना हो जाएगा? root 3 by 2. So R का value कितना? 60 degree. Because sin 60 is equal to root 3 by 2. इसका मतलब ये कि a light ray which is going like this or which was supposed to go like this, किधर which color? Red. A light which was supposed to go like this, by making an angle of 45, it will be deviating and will be going with an angle of refraction of 60. सही है? Tell me by what angle it has deviated अभी? देख ले, initially it was 45, from 45 now the angle becomes 60. 45 था 60 हो गया. So how much is the angle of deviation? ये angle कितना है? 60 minus 45, 15 degree. So from this horizontal direction, the light ray has deviated by 15 degrees after the refraction. Similarly, what happens here? Either be same. Instead of going straight like this, okay, what will happen? It'll be moving away from the normal, I say. Yes or no? देख ले. So that the angle of refraction is 60 degree. Now we already know that ये 45 है तो ये 45 था. Okay. So it became 60. Deviation कितना है? देख ले. Deviation कितना है? 50 degree. So The question is, what is the angle between these two refracted rays? I know that it's a bit clumsy here. We'll take a new page and I'll explain you. देख ले, we already got all the result, है ना? The light ray was going like this, both the light rays. ठीक है? One of the light ray has deviated downwards by 15 degree after refraction. ठीक है? And this light ray has deviated by the same degree of 15 degree upward. मतलब this second light ray, if I draw it here for comparison, ऐसे हो जाएगा with an angle of 15. Tell me, what is the angle between them? 15 plus 15, कितना? That is equal to 30. वो हो गया 30 degree. आ गया समझ? अरे आ गया या नहीं आ गया? आ गया या नहीं आ गया? Simply by using Snell's law and all these concepts, we can get the answer. It's a very, 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 very good. ठीक है चेतन भैया, ठीक है चेतन भैया, मैं तो बहुत हार्ड क्वेश्चन दे दूंगा आपको. ठीक है? Though you are telling all these things, Chetan, है ना, even after giving the question, I'm not able to find the answer within 1 or 2 minutes. Okay? बहुत देर के बाद दे रहे हैं आप उत्तर, तो लगता है कि थोड़ा हार्ड है हमारा क्वेश्चन. Okay, any doubts if you have on this question, you can ask me, or else we can jump to the next one. Okay, I think we can move on to the next one. Okay. Moving for the next one, everyone do it. It's a very good question, अच्छा question है. So don't miss your chance. I hope you all have started doing. Okay, so I'll also start doing the question. In the meanwhile, you all can post the answers here in this chat box. ठीक है? देख ले. The image for the converging beam after refraction through the curved surface is formed at a distance x. ठीक है? Light rays आ रहे हैं ऐसे. ठीक है? This converging light rays are coming. Okay, this converging light rays after refracting through this curved surface, where is the final image formed? Tell me, how many of you know the formula to find out the image formation through a curved surface? Simple. N2 by V minus N1 by U is equal to N2 minus N1 divided by R. From wherever it starts, that is the refractive index, first one, and wherever it ends, that is N2, refractive index of second medium. Okay, V is the question. R given 20 centimeter. How can we calculate U? What is U? The distance to the object. What is object actually? The light rays that is coming from infinity is the object. Okay, the object is corresponded by these light rays. And if this curved surface was not there, these light rays are supposed to be converging at the point P. इधर. इसका मतलब, if this curved surface was not there, our light rays will be converging here and we will be getting the object here. Okay, light rays will be converging at this particular point and our object will be at the point P. ठीक है, अब we have this refracting surface. Okay, this spherical surface is there in between, so this light rays cannot travel without any deviation and converge at the point P. Deviation तो हो जाएगा and the image is formed at some another point. We are asked to find out that image. ठीक है, and if this is the object, what is the distance to the object from the center of curved surface? 30, है ना? Plus 30 or minus 30? Plus 30. ठीक है, and radius is also towards the right. so radius is also plus. Sign convention Cartesian सबको पता है, ठीक है. Now start substituting. Refractive index of the second medium is 1 by V minus N1 is 3 by 2. 3 by 2 into U कितना? What is the distance to the object? That is 30 is equal to N2 minus N1. N2 is 1 minus 3 by 2. 1 minus 3 by 2 is minus half. Into R is 20. ठीक है? Okay, fine. 3, this is 1 by V minus 330, that will be 10. So 1 by 20 is equal to minus 1 by 40. ठीक है? कर ले everyone. This is equal to 1 by 40 with negative sign. This become plus 1 by 20. So multiplying with 2 to have a common denominator. So 2 minus 1, that is 1 by 40 हो जाएगा 1 by V. Taking the ulta, V will be 40. कितना सही है बच्चा लो, कितना सही है तो, कितना सही है, अरे कितना सही है, isn't it? और कोई भी डाउट है तो बता. ऑब्जर्व कर ले आप लोग, everyone here in this class. Try to observe the question and कौन कौन दे दिया था उत्तर? Let me see. Anyone gave me the option A here? नहीं. हाँ, Sana gave me the option A here. Very good. That's awesome. Okay. ठीक है. Hi, Charisma, you are back. अब कब चले गए थे क्लास? सुमित भैया के, अरे नेक्स्ट वीक the first exam is physics only. अरे वाह, बाप रे. Okay, I know that you all have made your preparations, isn't it? So no worries at all. It's just a pre-board. It will help you to understand, right, how the exam is going to be. Okay, so just go with a happy mind. Prepare in the best way possible and try to write the examination. Give whatever is there in your mind. Okay, whatever is there inside, whatever you have learned, just put it out. Okay, that is more than enough. और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Now we can move to the next one, I suppose. Next question is here. Waiting for answers. Who is going to give me the correct? Who is going to give me the correct answer? Okay, I'll start doing. In the meanwhile, आप सब लोगों को कर सकता है. And obviously, let me see who all are going to complete before me. A concave or convex lens. How will you draw this? Right? Whenever it ends with convex, the end point should be sharp like this, because biconvex have sharp edges, है ना? ऐसे. So if it ends with convex, the end point should be sharp like this to denote that it is primarily a convex lens. But one side is concave. So first side तो concave होना चाहिए ऐसा, second side तो convex होना चाहिए, and the lens is going to look like that. And this is made of a refractive index N2 of 1.5 or 3 by 2. The radius of curvature of the surfaces are 30 centimeters. First surface R1 is 30, and as we measure towards left, it is minus 30. Okay, and the second surface, as we measure it towards left itself, radius R2 तो हो जाएगा minus 50 centimeters. These are values given. Now its focal length when placed in a liquid of refractive index. Now the entire setup is kept in a liquid of refractive index 1.4. In this particular case, what is the focal length of this lens? Simple. Use the direct formula. 1 by f is equal to n2 by n1 minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. What is n2? n2 is 3 by 2, right? Which is 1.5. So we can do the calculation as say. Okay. This is 1.5 divided by n1 is 1.4 minus 1. 1 by r1. What is r1? Minus 30. 1 by minus 30 minus 1 by r2 is how much? Minus 50. Okay, so this is 1.5 minus 1.4.1 divided by 1.4. This becomes a plus, minus of minus become plus, right? So this, let's say minus here. So here we have minus 50 plus 30. Minus 50 plus 30, that's a 20 divided by 50 into 30. So, ulta kar le, focal length 0.1 by 1.4 is 14 into 50 into 3. One of the zeros get cancelled by 2 with a negative sign. Mil jayega negative of 1050 centimeters, which is option D as a correct answer. बहुत सही है, बहुत सही है ना? Who gave me the answers here? Okay, very good. I have the answers from Sana, very good, which is option D. Awesome, awesome. Then Asif Khan with option D. Chetan. Or कौन है? Okay, very good. I'm going to kick out of my anchor today. What's the worst thing you did by getting angry, Anaira? And Prakarsha, yes, it's option D. Very good. Now have a look at it and try to grab every information that is possible. How we have applied the sines of radius, okay, and how to find out which is n2 and which is n1. Every information is hidden in this particular question, so don't miss it by any chance. Okay? Don't miss it. हो गया? Concepts clear? सब कुछ clear? कुछ भी नहीं. No doubts is what I can see from the doubt box or the chat box, let's call it. So moving on to the next question. अगला question. Oh, ये तो नन्नू मुन्नू question है. अरे वाह. This one I'm not going to do. I'm going to leave it to you people. So जिसको कर सकता है जल्दी से करके मुझे बता. I'll give you कितना टाइम चाहिए आप लोगों को? 10 seconds. 10 second वो भी काफी है. Anyone? Anyone? Asif Khan is going for the option A. So मैंने सबसे पहले NSR दिया comment section check. NSR क्या आता है? Answer. वो आसिफ खान, then तो बिल्कुल बढ़िया. ठीक है. Awesome, awesome. I smashed my head on the wall, broke my phone and many more. Awesome, awesome. Keep it going. You can make it as a record. है ना? Dipashu, Chetan. Okay, everyone is going for the option B here. Sana, Prakarsha. Very good. Awesome. Let's do it. Array. It takes some seconds only. Refractive index of a glass with respect to air. Matlab n of glass divided by n of air. That is refractive index of glass with respect to air is 3 by 2. Then refractive index of water with respect to air is given as 4 by 3. Question is, what is refractive index of glass with respect to what? Water. Ng by Nw is what you need to find out. How can you get Ng by Nw? If this is equation 1 and if this is equation 2, divide equation 1 by 2. Isn't it? If you divide Ng by Na, Nw by Na, Nas will get cancelled. Remaining is Ng by Nw. Okay, refractive index of glass with respect to water. Similarly, if you do the math on the right hand side also, it is 3 by 2 by 4 by 3. 3 goes up, 9, 4 2s are 8. So our correct answer is option B, and I hope you all got it. Okay, yes. ठीक है सर ये क्वेश्चन क्लास 10 का ही ठीक है this one I approve ठीक है this is an anumunu question which I say in order to represent a simple question. Yes, this is an anumunu question. I totally agree with you. Okay. Okay, अब ज्यादा मैच्योर हो गया बढ़िया बात है सही ये क्वेश्चन ये आप ओके नो मोड आउटसाइड सपोज अगला क्वेश्चन तो कर सकता है नो नॉट आस्किंग whether you understood or not. So going for the next one here, everyone जल्दी से कर ले. A convergent lens will become less convergent जल्दी. Can I say anyone? Do anyone have the answer? Chetan, oil. You always say all questions are super simple and continuously giving wrong answer, Chetan. Okay, Sana, Asif Khan, everyone is going for the option A here, which is oil, right? I'll tell you. Tell me, what do you call power of a lens as? Okay, for a convergent lens, right? Power means its ability to converge the light rays. Okay, the ability of a convergent lens to converge is called as the power. Okay, so more power, more will be converging. Okay, so less power, less will be converging. So less value of power, the converging will be less. And less power, less will be converging. So in order to find out which one, in which medium it makes less convergent, we just need to find out in which medium it is producing a less power. Kaise? Simple. We all know that the equation for 1 by focal length is equal to n2 by n1 minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r. And what is 1 by f? 1 by focal length is power. Okay. Now we should be having a lesser value of power to have lesser converging. So if power has to be minimum here, tell me what should be the value of n1? A term in the denominator, it should be greater. Because if n1 value is greater, n2 by n1 value will be lesser, which will reduce the net value of power. n1 क्या होता है? n1 क्या होता है? I hope you all know. That is a refractive index of the medium. Okay. Initially, we have kept the entire lens in air. Matlab, the entire lens was kept in air with a refractive index value of 1. Now, if you keep this particular converging lens, which let's say our convex lens, in any of the medium, oil or water, we all know that refractive index of oil, okay, and refractive index of water is greater than refractive index of air. In both the cases, oil and water has a refractive index greater than air. So obviously, as both of them has an n1 value greater than air, it will be producing a lesser value of power, and as lesser value of power ka matlab less convergent. So in both these medium, in the case of oil and water, it will be making less convergent. Aa gaya to aa gaya. समझ में आ गया? Which means our correct option is option C. Both of the above. Not option D. Water भी है, oil भी है, दोनों सही है. Because both of them are denser medium, both has a refractive index greater than air. C. Option C. Okay. So yeah, got it. Moving on. Next. Not a big tough question. Nanu question है. ठीक है? Nanu question. Go for it, everyone. Oh yeah, got it. So do it, every one of you. We have two lenses. Their respective powers are given. Find focal length of the equivalent lengths. Not a big deal at all. Shall I do it? Can I also do it? Asif, option C. Okay, fine. Moving on. देख ले. Two lenses has their powers of minus 15D and plus 5D. So tell me, once they are combined, what will be the next power? Formula for power is P1 plus P2. So that is minus 15 plus 5. So that is equal to minus 10 diopter. Isn't it? Yes or no? Okay. So power value, we got it as minus 10. Our question is to find out focal length. We all know power is equal to 1 by F, where F is in meters. Power is equal to 1 by F. So F का value कितना हो जाएगा? If you take it to the right hand side, F in meters is equal to 1 divided by minus 10. That is equal to minus 0.1 meters. Focal length. 0.1 meter is equal to कितना? Minus 10 centimeters. So option सही क्या है? A. नन्नू मुन्नू है या नहीं? बता दे और बोल दे हाँ या नहीं. अरे ऑब्वियसली नन्नू मुन्नू तो है तो है, isn't it? है तो है. So our correct answer is option A. I can see the correct answer from Divyanshi Sharma, I think. Very good. Okay, so those who went for the option C, I think you guys have missed this negative sign there. It's not plus 10, it's minus 10. Okay, yes, Anaya, it's option A. Got it? No doubt, I suppose. Sahi hai, right? So I think we can jump to the next one if you don't have any doubts further. Okay, so moving on. Next. Uh-oh. Which one? I'll be waiting for the answer from you people. There is nothing for me to do it here. Isn't it? Tell me. उसका उत्तर क्या? Who is going to give me the answer? किसको दे सकता है? अरे यार कितना सिंपल है. Let me see within how many seconds you're going to give me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Array, do you call that as reflection? Array, it's total internal reflection, right? भूल गया क्या? अरे देख ले, सही है, ये water है. Okay, inside the water we have an air bubble. मतलब inside it is air and outside it is water. We all know water is a denser medium compared to air. ठीक है? So light rays will be coming. देख ले, light rays तो आ जाएगा ऐसे. And what will happen? The light rays are passing from denser medium to the rarer medium. So there is a chance if this angle of incidence I greater than critical, it will be reflected back. Yes or no? Yes. And this process we call it as what? Total internal reflection. not simple reflection, because for happening simple reflection, this is not a mirror or something like that, है ना? So it cannot happen reflection directly with a huge intensity, obviously. Whenever a light ray comes to a line of separation, right, partially it is reflection and refraction. But here in this case, the reflection part will be usually less if total internal reflection is not happening. बहुत कम हो जाएगा. What happens mostly is a refraction. But here some of the light rays where the angle of incidence greater than हमारा critical, that will be undergoing reflection. That process we call it as total internal reflection, not normal reflection. Okay. Okay, TAR is total internal reflection. You guys didn't know that. So was that the issue? It's option C only, right? सही है. अगला. Next one. This also can be done in nano munu time. What is it? A convex lens is dipped in a liquid whose refractive index Ri, now don't ask me sir, Ri to refractive index after some time, Ri is refractive index, okay, is equal to the refractive index of the material, matlab the fluid in which the material is kept or the lens is kept, and the material of the lens, both are having the same refractive index. Question is, its focal length will be. In that case, what is its focal length? Answers? Anyone? Okay, I'll do it. In the meanwhile, you can also do it. It says a refractive index of the material and a refractive index of the lens is same. In that case, focal length क्या हो जाएगा? Let's do it. Formula क्या है? N1 by N2 minus 1, 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. है या नहीं? हाँ. Here N1 and N2 is equal, so N1 by N2 is equal to 1. 1 minus 1 क्या हो जाएगा? 0. So 1 by F is equal to 0, so F is equal to 1 by 0, which is infinity. मतलब the focal length in that particular case becomes infinity. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Anyone? Okay, let me see कौन कौन दे दिया था उत्तर. Asif went for option D, not correct. Sana, very good, option B. Angel Bazad, option B, yes. Yes, Asif, yes. Now you corrected yourself. Very good, it's option B. Okay. Hi, Ishita. Hi, hello. Okay, so done. Next one. Here we have. Actually, you simply have to use the lens formula here. Okay, that's the only thing. You have to substitute for V and you get the value for focal length. That's all you have to do it. But you have to get to know the concept, that's it. Let me see. How many of you can get the concept? I say. Can I do it? Can I do it? Okay. Everybody, you all can give me the answers here in the chat box also at the same time. I'll also be explaining. Let's go for it. A certain far-sighted person, matlab he can only see very far away objects, he cannot see near objects. That's what you mean by far-sighted. Or long-sighted person cannot see the objects closer to the eye than 100 centimeter. If he keep any object closer than 100 centimeter, he won't be able to see it. He'll be able to see the object if it is being kept at 100 centimeter or further away from it. Okay, yes. The power of the lens which will enable him to read at a distance of 25 centimeter. With his normal eyes, he have to keep the book at a distance of 100 centimeters or further away from it. Now, he is using a specs. He is holding the book at a distance of 25 centimeters. Tell me, if the object which is the book is at a distance of 25 centimeters, where the image should be formed by this particular lens so that he will be able to read it. Book object is at a distance of 25 centimeter, lens will be taking this as an object and the final image will be formed at a distance of 100 centimeters so that that image formed by the lens can be viewed by this eye, because I can only see that particular object at a distance of 100 centimeters. Sahi hai? Okay, so the book, which is at a distance of how much? Minus 25 centimeters, and the image is formed at minus 100 centimeters on the same side. ठीक है? Okay, now formula to find out focal length, thereby power is 1 by v minus 1 by u equal to 1 by f. 1 by minus 100 minus 1 by u is equal to minus 25 is equal to 1 by f. Okay, so minus of minus will become plus. To make a common denominator, let me put it as 4. This minus you can put it up so that you can, no confusions here happens. Okay, so this is 4 minus 1, that's 3 divided by 100. Okay, that is 1 by focal length. So f is equal to 100 by 3 centimeters. Okay, focal length was not our question. Question kya tha? Question was to find out power. Power is equal to 1 by f. Okay, and f should be in meters, so f will be equal to 1 by f equal to 100 by 3. 3 goes up, and multiplying it with 10 power minus 2, so that the centimeter is converted into meters. So these two cancel, 100 and 10 power minus 2 remains as 3 with the unit of diopter. So we got it. Power value, we got it as 3 diopters. That's it. Clear, everyone? Sahi hai, no doubts, I suppose. Nancy Raj, hi, good afternoon. It's for all the subject, Kushagra. Okay, yes. Can you please watch the replay, Devendra? Sab samajh mein aa jayega, not a big deal. Okay. It's option A. Very good. So कौन दे दिया था option? I think Sana, isn't it? Then Anera, option A. Very good. Asif went for option D. That's not correct, right? Okay. Asif, I have got the correct answer finally. Very good, Asif. Yes. Awesome. Very good. So I'm so happy that you guys are doing the problems along with me. ठीक है? अगला. The angle of deviation for a prism is greatest for. Nannu Munnu question alert. Nannu Munnu question alert. Formula. When the angle of prism is very small, what is the formula for deviation? Because that equation will help you understand how the deviation works with the refractive index of each colors. So Nancy, Veena, Asif, Anera, Sana, isn't it? Yes, all good. Yes, the correct answer is violet only. Do you need the explanation? Because among all the colors, violet will be deviating the most and red will be deviating the least. You तो already defined it. It is already being explained in the classes. You all know that. है ना? ठीक है. अगला question. Sir, दे दे अगला question. A double convex air bubble in water behaves as. Okay. Both the sides are convex. We are having a two convex sided wala air bubble. Matlab inside it is air and outside it is water. What kind of a lens it will be behaving like? Try to do this. It's not at all a big deal. उतना बड़ा क्वेश्चन नहीं है ये. Anyone? Option A, which is a convergent lens. बिल्कुल नहीं. It's not convergent. Okay, I'll tell you. देख ले. Here we have a double convex air bubble. मतलब inside it is air, outside it is water. So refractive index of the material of the lens, we mark it as N2, and outside it is N1, refractive index of the medium. Now it is simply visible that refractive index of water is obviously greater than N2 value, refractive index of air. Okay. Now using this, calculating the focal length, that is N2 by N1 minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. सही है? ठीक है. Now अभी देख ले मेरे चलो. N1 value is greater than N2. मतलब N2 by N1 value lesser than 1. क्योंकि N2 is lesser, so lesser by larger will be a lesser fraction. So it will be lesser than 1. So N2 by N1 lesser value minus 1. A value N2 by N1, देख ले. N2 by N1 will be lesser than 1. So that minus 1 will be a negative value. मतलब focal length will be negative. If focal length is negative, it will be acting as what? It will be acting as a divergent lens. Because we all know if the net focal length corresponds to negative, right, that corresponds to a diverging lens or a concave lens. Any doubts? Okay. Clear? I think everybody already have given the answers. I'll just have a look at Asaf, Chetan. Okay, so these are the two people I can find answers from. And on the top we have Sana also with the correct answers, right? Okay, very good, awesome. So we can do one last question. उसके बाद हम we'll stop. ठीक है? One last question. The objective of an astronomical telescope has a large aperture. Q. Why? The objective lens in a telescope is having a larger size compared to the eyepiece. Because usually in our microscope, right, objective lenses are smaller and eyepiece is larger, I say, isn't it? But here it is just opposite. Matlab objective lens is bigger, okay, and eyepiece is smaller in the case of a telescope. Why? Anybody knows? पता है क्या? Anyone? Okay, I'll just tell you. देख ले. So in the case of a telescope, ऐसे हो जाएगा. ये तो objective है. The lens which is pointed towards the object, and this is our eyepiece, the lens through which we look. Okay, ठीक है. In the case of a telescope, we know that the objects are very far away. The objects are very far away, which means, so these objects, light rays will be coming. As it is at a very large distance, there is a great probability that most of the light rays will be diverged and it won't be reaching this particular telescope. So in order to capture maximum amount of incoming light rays, we are having the size of the objective larger, because larger the size of objective lens, more amount of light rays will be passing, and more is the amount of light rays, with a better clarity we can see the object. Which means in order to have a high resolution is why we are keeping the objective lens of the telescope badu. Okay, badu, so that it will be seen with a higher resolution. आ गया? सबको समझ आ गया? And no doubts, I suppose. ठीक है? So that was the last question for today. So session कैसे था? How was the session for every one of you? Tell me, how was the session? Session कैसे थे? और session कैसे था? Session अच्छा था या बुरा था? I hope you all understood the concept and all the questions that we have discussed. If that's the case, it's simply awesome, right? It's all good. Now, class 11th batch. Okay, I'll add the batches for term 2 for next classes. Don't worry. Special class timetable, I'll be soon updating you in our Telegram channels. Fine. Now, never miss any special classes from any of your teachers, because you'll be missing all these super cool features once you miss any of the special classes, such as real time. Okay, live chat box will be there, question tabs where you can ask your doubts and get it cleared, live polls and quizzes, leaderboards will be there, everything is going to be there, so don't miss it. Okay, yes. Howdy buddy, Sana, awesome. Chetan, share a song please. My gala is so bad abhi. Very good, then it's awesome, Sana, awesome. See you another day. Yes. So this is the time to show some love towards your bhai. Yeah, this is a time where you want to tell that you have enjoyed the class and we want more such kind of classes. Move the cursor, click on the like button and let me know you have enjoyed the class. Okay. And don't forget to share it with your friends so that your friends can also do all these problems. Okay. And subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much. That's all I want to say. So I'll catch you all in our next classes. Till then, shall I say bye-bye? Okay. Bye everyone. Take care. Songs in next classes. ठीक है? Promise. जा रहा हूँ. अभी तो बहुत गला. I'm so tired today. Anyway, जा रहा हूँ. Bye bye and good evening. Let's say bye bye.